Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, another Swiss01 video, and welcome on board this evening. Yeah, well, we're just watching YouTube again. And here we've got an interesting video here, Italians clapping after landing. And that's gonna be the topic today. Yeah, let's talk about clapping on a flight and why you shouldn't do it and why it's stupid. But more on this later. Let's just watch this landing here. Actually, this is Ryanair here, so this is probably gonna be a hard landing. Let's prepare for a pretty hard landing indeed. Alright, here we go. We are coming in right now. And hard landing. 3, 2, 1. Oh, that really was not a smooth landing indeed. But I'm obviously more excited about the clapping, which is about to happen. Oh, that is cringe. That is very much cringe. Alright, here we have another clip. Not particularly a smooth landing here either. Yeah, no, not smooth. But let's check out the clapping. See, this is here what happens in America. There are not so many people clapping as you can hear. In European countries, they tend to clap more often, which is just a fun fact, I think. You see, this clapping game has actually gone so far that this is even implemented into flight simulators. Yeah, in this 757 as well. When we land smooth enough, or well, if we land smooth enough, then we will actually be able to hear some clapping in the background by the passengers. Well, that obviously depends on whether we do a good landing, of course. So let's find out whether I can do good landings or not. We're actually approaching quite a short runway again. Le Mole Airport, very nice airport, but as I've said, a very short runway. So let's just see. All right, now a landing. All right, you know what? There we go. That was a proper Ryanair landing. Now it's time to do a proper stop as well. That's obviously important. Alright, there we go. We have landed our 757 here. Everything is fine, and we did not hear clapping in the background. Maybe that is for a reason. Most probably that's for a reason, actually. Let's check it out here. Yeah, that's not good. And by the way, I almost forgot to beg again for subscribers. 60% people are not subscribed to this channel. You should do it. But that's a whole nother story. Actually, there's this 777 here as well for the flight simulator. And in that one, the passengers clap on every landing or perhaps touchdown. So let's maybe do a little bit of a messed up landing and have the passengers clap anyway because they have to, because they're programmed to do so. So let's do that. Alright, now welcome aboard the 777 here. This one now has actually pretty responsive passengers overall. I mean, if we actually go ahead and get this plane down to the ground or do some very interesting maneuvers, then we can actually hear some passengers screaming in the background. Oh, there we go. That was some screaming. You can just hear that. Very interesting passengers indeed. Let's get this plane somewhat touchdown. Very messy. Let's make this a very, very major crash landing, perhaps. There we go. Pretty hard landing there. Let's go ahead and try getting this plane stopped. And even though this landing was a very, very bad, probably fatal crash landing, we can still hear clapping. There we go. Clapping. That's pretty nice, right? The plane is just rolling up the mountain. Yeah, watch this landing in the replays. Yeah, we didn't even land with proper landing gear there. Okay. Now, by the way, interestingly enough, you cannot hear the clapping from the passengers anyway in the cabin. I mean, just look at these thick doors that are in between the passengers and the pilots. Okay, this one here in the flight simulator at least isn't very thick, but in real life it is. Yeah, really, you cannot hear it from the cockpit, so whatever. And it's also pretty disrespectful to clap on the landing, of course, because, you know, it's what pilots do every day, 4,000 times. Alright, I think though it's pretty funny when passengers actually clap and then get disappointed, which is probably what just happened here. I mean, this time around the landing didn't even look good in the first place at all, but the passengers still clapped. But what if, for example, there is an overrun or something? The landing looks alright at first, the passengers clap, and then something goes wrong anyway. Like after the clapping happens, of course. Here we go, let's maybe try going for a maybe more beautiful landing. Alright, turning to the right now. Or that was not a good landing there, but looks like a safe one or something. Let's try getting this plane stopped, which is just a spoiler, not going to happen particularly. As you're gonna hear, we have clapping in the background and we're in the trees now. Yeah, passengers have been disappointed. Alright, so this is actually something that's happened in real life as well, countless of times, of course. You know, when planes run off the runway. Here we have a Airfill Express, probably Philippines, I guess. This is a very messed up landing, by the way. I've seen this landing somewhat. As you can see here, the landing was super late on the runway, super fast, no go around for some weird reason. Here in the cabin, the sound is so loud that no one's clapping, or you can at least not hear it. And there we go. That was a good old overrun into grass. Alright, that was a crash. Alright, here we have another interesting video. Very high quality, very 4K quality HD. You cannot tell anything. Is this like, wow, 144p. Alright, there we go. We have a touchdown. There we go. Looking very fast and very late as well. Jesus Christ, that is super fast. Alright, let's check out this stop though. Oh, we can hear clapping. We have clapping in the background. That is nice. And that's not gone very well. See, what happened here was that the runway was super wet after a storm had just come in. And when landing on a soaking wet runway, a very interesting phenomenon happens that we have talked about before. And that is hydroplaning, or I think you call this aquaplaning as well, where you just, slide on water pretty much and don't actually touch the runway surface, making your plane very hard to stop, which is exactly what happened here. Plane ran off the runway and that's not gone very well, but people clapped before it happened, which is the funny part. Here we have another landing, multimedia live. These are some weird chat. 132,000 subscribers. That's pretty cool, actually. Let's check out this landing wipe. I think this is a Chinese one. Let's see if Chinese people clap on landings, and especially if they clap too early on the landing. That's the point, right? All right, a touchdown, a pretty hard one again. Ooh, a pretty hard one. Lights go out. Well, in this case, I don't think the passengers had enough time to clap. Jesus, that's gone very wrong. Another rain-soaked runway. Interesting. All right, here we have another landing that's probably not to clap for. What do we got? St. Bartholomew Classic, 5.5 million views, and it deserves it. Here we go, a pretty messed up landing and an overrun. That was in 2009. Wow, that's a while ago. Oh, here we have the good old clip where an ERJ-145 slides off a snowy runway. Another phenomenon that we've talked about before, especially with the ERJ-145. I don't know, it just doesn't like snow, apparently. Let's check out if there's any clapping. The Americans don't tend to clap, as I've already said. And there we go. Here's the runway overrun. Oh, that's gone wrong. Very wrong. Alright, no clapping though. I'm proud. Our landing compilations. Probably some landings that you wouldn't clap for. Oh no, that's not good. An occasion where I would think it's alright to clap is, for example, when you have an emergency landing like here. Oh, a blown tire. Okay, that's some business actually, indeed. Okay, actually, this is not the hardest emergency landing that you could imagine, definitely. You just have to make sure to land all right and keep control of the plane. Let's check out this landing, and especially the applause that is most probably to happen. There we go, pretty good touchdown here on WestJet, and we have some clapping. Pretty well deserved, I guess, for an emergency landing. This is not something that happens every day 4,000 times. That's understandable, but a normal landing is obviously nothing to clap for. So yeah guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow as always. Good night.